here tonight. But let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Ili Malay, 29 for Eli Rodríguez, 232 Yessica Ortega. Height advantage here. Look, it's going to Yessica Ortega. Watch the numbers here. 5'8" to 5'6" for Eli. This weight class, 125.8 for Yessica Ortega, officially weighing in. And Eli Rodríguez comes in at 124.8. Now, basically, this is the beginning, the start. An 0-1 for Eli Rodríguez. We'll see if she wants to make that official and get her first win in mixed martial arts against Yessica Ortega from Guadalajara.
Ladies and gentlemen, LUX Fight League presents the beginning of the tournament Guerreras LUX, looking for the first ever flyweight champion of the world. This first quarterfinal, it's 3 rounds in the flyweight division. Señoras y señores, LUX Fight League presenta el inicio del torneo Guerreras LUX en busca de la primera campeona de peso mosca de la organización. Y este combate es a 3 asaltos de 5 minutos en la categoría de peso mosca de LUX Fight League. Presentando primero en la esquina blanca, una mujer especialista en striking, con 0 ganadas, 1 perdida, una altura de 1,70 m y un peso oficial de 125 libras. Fighting straight out of Guadalajara, México, she's Eli Rodríguez. Al otro lado de la jaula, en la esquina negra, un especialista en artes marciales mixtas, haciendo su debut. Una altura de 1,73 m y un peso oficial de 125.8 libras. Presenting now on the black corner, she's an MMA fighter, making her debut. She stands 5 feet 8 inches tall, an official weight of 125.8 pounds. From Guadalajara, Jalisco, and fighting straight out of Ciudad de Mexico, she's Yessica Ortega. The third inside the cage, el tercero sobre la jaula, Gilberto López.
All right, we have our veteran official
Ya conocen las reglas.
presiding over this
No peguen en la espalda.
female fight, the first female fight
No
of 2
estando tirado su oponente.
on
Atienden
this
las
card.
indicaciones.
Again, you can see
Toquen
the height
guantes en sus
advantage
esquinas.
going to Yessica by a little bit, but oh man, I'm so excited for this. I love female fights.
Definitely a lot of energy and a lot of really good formal
Yacos.
refereeing here tonight.
¿Está lista, peleadora?
We'll see
¿Lista, peleadora?
how this is starting here with Eli Rodríguez coming out in the white corner against Yessica Ortega in the white. And already we're seeing some punches being flown.
Yeah, Eli Rodríguez has a really nice boxing style, of course, coming from Team Grasso. I mean, before I even knew what gym she was from, I could tell that, that they have that really amazing, tight boxing stance with their hands up, barely lets anything through.
Already connecting very well with the 1 and 2.
Yes, she has very, very nice straight punches. In fact, in her last fight, she was finding a lot of success with those straight punches in her professional debut.
Yessica Ortega is coming in with a nice counter there with the right connected. Throwing up those hands is Ortega. Really backing up. A nice body shot there from Rodríguez.
Yeah, you can see already that Rodríguez is a little bit more tighter in her guard than Ortega is, and in her punches lands a nice 1-2 right up the middle again.
Now this is a reminder that this is Ortega's debut, and already she's looking like a pro here. Well, this is her professional debut, and she is definitely holding her own here already against Rodríguez.
Nice head moving right there, getting her head off the line as she throws a jab. I would like to see her, I feel like she's setting up something with that left, but I would like to see her follow it up with a cross perhaps.
Beautiful movement there with her head, and then going into with that inside leg kick.
Another one, she's hiding that inside leg kick with that jab. But Rodríguez's hands are very, very sharp. Before I found out she was a cyclist, I definitely thought she had a background in boxing.
Yeah, absolutely. She's holding it very well. Now she's starting to stalk Ortega across the ring. Nice little counter chip there from Rodríguez. And a big high kick there from Ortega.
Seems as if Ortega is very comfortable throwing kicks. So, you know, she seems like she's setting up with that looping left hand to set up a kick. But she has had success with it, so I would like to see her throw some more inside leg kicks as well as the high kicks.
Stunning left hook there from Rodríguez. Connects right on Ortega's chin. And an inside leg kick.
This is definitely a change-up of opponents from Rodríguez's last fight. I believe that fight was at strawweight, but unfortunately her opponent came in much heavier, I think 10 pounds heavier, so they had to make it a catch weight. And unfortunately Rodríguez was on the losing end of that fight, which I did disagree with the judge's decision, especially when you miss weight by that much. It should be like a point deduction or something. But her opponent was much shorter than Ortega, so Rodríguez is figuring it out right now, but like I said, she has a lot of female training partners, much who are taller than her, including Irene, so it seems like she's very well prepared for this matchup.
Yeah, Rodríguez is started to kind of pick up her pace here and get a little bit more comfortable in the cage, getting rid of some of that nervous energy that you'd see in fighters that are just starting off, but now they're starting to bang here, and Ortega is coming in beautifully. Good movements there, while Rodríguez connects with the right hand. Big combination there from Ortega.
Ortega is definitely feeling a lot more relaxed right now, finding her distance a little bit better, but Rodríguez is answering right back.
Nice little combos there, and it looks a little bit of blood there now coming from Rodríguez's nose. Nice little connection there.
Nice exchange there inside the pocket. Seems like Ortega is kind of getting the better of the exchanges once they're in the pocket.
Nice low kick. Let's see if those pay dividends throughout the rounds here from Rodríguez.
Nice return there. She did get caught by an overhand right, but she returned nicely with an outside kick. I really like how Ortega is returning.
Nice attacks on both legs from both of these girls, and they want to finish up in a big round there. Big right hand there from Rodríguez. It connects beautifully.
Nice exchange at the end of the round, ladies.
Well, Lima, here you called it. The crowd's here tonight, and they're loving this fight so far. What do you got for round number one?
Well, that was a lot of action, actually. I think out of all the fights we've seen so far, the ladies have been throwing the most. So I'm very pleased with that. So here we see those nice jabs. She was Rodríguez was sticking that jab out all night. Really, really good with her straights. But Ortega was returning with lots of low leg kicks, countering and returning with some body kicks, as well as a head kick that she threw. But again, very nice exchanges by both ladies, catching that kick and returning with a right of her own, Ortega. So it was very back and forth, and I actually am not sure how I would score that round.
That's definitely, yeah. I mean, it started off with Ochoa doing really well, and then changing over to Rodríguez, kind of taking the power as the end of the round. The first round went through.
Exactly.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for round number 2, and it's up. This is Luke's challenge. My name is Alex Soto, and alongside me is Lima Leigh McFarland, the Pineapple Princess. We'll be calling shots here tonight, and we're starting off with Ortega and Rodríguez. Starting off right where we left off.
Yes, Rodríguez immediately took the center of the cage and started stalking Ortega down. Nice outside leg kick by Rodríguez. She does a really nice job, too, when she throws that kick of getting her head off the line. I would like to see her get her head off the line when she throws her punches. She does seem to be very upright and keeping her chin kind of high. So I would like to see a little bit more level changes, but these girls are throwing down. Once again, nice overhand right.
Those combinations just keep coming back and forth, rock and sock 'em from both sides of the corner here. Ortega, Rodríguez is responding with those low leg kicks.
And Ortega switched her stance momentarily to southpaw. Oh, nice catch.
Wasn't able to really
catch.
capitalize on that one, though. Big right hand there, or left hook that just barely misses there from Ortega, but the right connects from Rodríguez. Right down the pipe, just like you mentioned, Ilima. Big combinations here. Inside leg kick, outside leg kick. Very good combinations there from Ortega.
Both ladies, man, they're just returning, throwing, getting hit. Nice little jump knee there, but didn't land. But at least Rodríguez is switching it up a little bit.
And there also seems to be a little mouse underneath the left eye of Ortega from the earlier combinations.
You can see the left thigh of Ortega red, and it looks like is there a welt? As you mentioned, a welt underneath her eye. Nice right by Rodríguez. But you can really see the redness on her lead leg right now from all those leg kicks.
There's that catch. Again, not able to capitalize there.
Great job.
Rodríguez.
Great job on Rodríguez for, setting up that body kick. She's been nailing the lead leg and then set up a nice body kick.
And again with the combinations there from Ortega and Rodríguez. Very competitive second round so far as we get to the mid-time of the round.
It's almost like I don't know whose hands are whose when they land.
It is. It's really definitely difficult to keep up here. But you can see the welting there on Ortega. Just look at that lead leg kicks, just bright red. And she's responding with low leg kicks of her own.
That last one looked like it hurt Ortega, the leg kick. We'll see if that affects her movement. She's backing up a little bit.
Oh, a little bit. You're right. A little bit of stutter there in that step. Again.
Nice thigh kick.
Now, what you see there, a little bit of hesitation there from Ortega. She actually reached down to try to stop the kick coming with her hand. A telltale sign that you are definitely feeling a little bit of pain in that lead leg kick.
Nice, again, counter, the front kick, overhand right. Ortega is finding a lot of success with catching that front kick and countering. Oh, it looks like there was a little eye poke there.
Well, looks like the referee is going to be asking for a 5-minute break. Asking Ortega to get back into her corner. I mean, away in the neutral corner, I should say. But Rodríguez, eyes being inspected.
And we're ready to go.
That was quick.
Girls don't need a lot of time to recover. We're warriors.
Well, we can clearly see that these two girls are delivering with that fact, Ilima.
As Rodríguez throws another outside leg kick, continues to attack and attack that lead leg. I mean, I'm very impressed with both of these women and their durability. A beautiful overhand right by Rodríguez.
Now, if you look at Ortega's face now, it looks like she's been battered herself. She's bleeding from the nose as well. And bam, beautiful combination and counter punches delivered there from Rodríguez.
And these women are delivering. Oh. Rodríguez she smells blood right now.
Oh,
she is going in for the kill.
Big 1-2, another right hand there from, wow, Ortega's coming in hot.
Now we're gonna see some clinch work here. Oh man, Rodríguez, she really does smell blood.
The referee's asking him to keep going. 10 seconds left in the round. And Rodríguez continues to stalk.
Beautiful, again, targeting that lead leg kick. You can see the bruising. It is now purple. Great round and beautiful round by Ellie Rodríguez. She, again, she could smell blood. She saw that her opponent was hurt, and she continued to press forward.
What a beautiful way to end that round. Definitely on Rodríguez's side here. A great display of aggressiveness and killer instinct towards the end of the round. And let's take a look at some of the replay here, Ilima.
Beautiful corkscrew overhand right by Rodríguez. Again, setting up with that lead left hook, straight right down the middle. We see her setting up those low leg kicks again, going inside and outside. Ortega had some really nice returns as well, but it seemed like Rodríguez was, the more dominant striker in this last round and pressing forward. Great round by both ladies, though. They are both warrior women.
Well, it's hard to believe that it's already time, that it's only been 2 rounds, Ilima. I feel like I've been through a roller coaster of emotions so far. And as we're entering the 3rd round, it's definitely still very competitive. Anybody's fight still. And we'll see if Rodríguez will be able to pull this off.
Ooh, starting right off the back with that 1-2. Ooh, and another low leg kick. Oh my goodness, I'm wincing every time I see that thigh get hit.
And they're landing hard.
They are landing hard. She's turning her hips on every single one of those.
Big right hand there again from Rodríguez. Coming in out, really getting into her combinations here.
And you know, Rodríguez, like we were saying earlier, endurance athlete, cardio off the charts. You know, you can see she has really not lost any pep in her step. She has the same amount of energy as she did in the beginning of the fight. So I feel like she's really going to close.
Big right hand there. Wow, from Rodríguez, straight down the pipe. You mentioned Ortega was not getting her head out of the center of the line, and she just ate a nice, clean right hand. And those leg kicks are thumping Ilima. Again with the right hand. Big movements there. Big counter there from Rodríguez. Non-stop action here tonight. Big right hand again.
Countering that body kick. I mean, the thing I love about this fight, both ladies are throwing, and they're both getting hit and returning instantly.
You know, you mentioned the cardio, and not only is it that cardio that Rodríguez is bringing into the 3rd round, but also the technique, the ability to land those thumping lead leg kicks are fantastic. There's a nice, beautiful up jab there that landed beautifully against Ortega.
And I love how tight her guard is. I mean, you can tell Team Grasso, their guard is always so tight. Doesn't matter if it's at the beginning of the fight or the last round. They will always have their hands up to protect their face. So props to her team. They did a very excellent job of training this young lady and preparing her for this incredible action-packed fight. Another overhand right by Rodríguez. I think that is the 15th or 20th punch overhand right she's landed. Same with the low leg kicks.
Check out the leg already on Ortega. Those welts are gigantic. I mean, it's battered.
I mean, and props to Ortega for being so incredibly tough. I
Big
mean,
return there from Ortega. Looks like she might be turning the buck here.
Let's see how she does against the cage. She's reversed. Let's see if she can reverse Rodríguez. They both have 50-50. One overhook, one underhook.
Good movements and the power of Rodríguez. You wouldn't think that she would have this much kind of strength, but she's overpowering Ortega.
That athletic strength, man. I mean, again, endurance athlete, cardio for days. The ability to learn and pick up a new sport. Just very, very impressed with her. And oh my gosh, Ortega, I can't believe this is her debut.
Oh, wow. Another thumping right kick to the thigh of Ortega. And Ortega still walking, still hopping on that leg. Really not a lot of, you know, you see definitely some slowing down of movement, but she's still kicking and she's still using that leg and leaning a lot of body weight towards it.
Yeah, again, very, very impressed with her grittiness and toughness. I remember the first time that my leg was chopped up like that. I was in a wheelchair for the next week.
Well, Ortega right now is definitely looking at something like that in the near future, but so far there's 1 minute and 25 seconds left in this round.
Nice Superman punch by Rodríguez. You can see her, she's starting to really open up with her striking, switch it up, throw a Superman punch here and there, throw a head kick.
Big right hand there connecting from Ortega. She's still in this fight, but gets responded by Rodríguez with a nice combination of her own.
I love how she ended that combination with a low leg kick of her own, and here they are flurrying against each other.
non-stop. This has been
Non-stop.
15
This is
minutes
great.
of just back and forth battle between Ortega and Rodríguez. Really the battle of the gyms here with the Bone Breakers. And of course, the Team Lobo, they're just doing a fantastic job here tonight. Another thumping right low leg kick. Absolutely incredible.
You can hear the corner of Rodríguez cheering every time she lands that outside leg kick.
More of that. More of that is what the coaches are saying. Combinations are still flowing. Movement, albeit a little bit slow for Rodríguez, but she's holding in.
Nice jab. Again, oh my goodness. I mean, this is a real treat for us in the crowd.
And this is it. This is the final 10 seconds of the round. Who's gonna win this fight? Big takedown attempt there.
Oh, great fight, ladies. Oh my goodness. Can I say fight in the night? Am I allowed to cheer right now?
You can cheer right now.
Okay, great.
Elima, of course you can. Wow. Wow, and the crowd here that I haven't heard in over a year now, Elima, has really been able to enjoy this fight and bring that energy into the cage. And both of these ladies performed just as designed from two great gyms, great coaching staff on either end of these female athletes. And some of that replay here, you can just see just the toughness and the cardio and technique on both of these girls.
Absolutely, and you see right there, you know, even though Ortega got nailed by an overhand right, she returned with a cross of her own. So that was the, you know, really the story of the night. Just not being afraid of returning, not being afraid of getting hit. Rodríguez was so successful with those low leg kicks and with those straight 1-2s down the pipe. Ortega, I mean, she did an excellent job of returning if she did get hit. And, you know, just being really tough. I'm so impressed that this is her debut. And so impressed with Elizabeth, too, that this was only her second fight.
Jeez.
Having her debut not too long ago. So, yeah, again, incredible fight, incredible competitors. And I'm sure we will see a lot more of them.
Oh, absolutely.
In the LUX
oh my goodness, yes.
Fight League future.
This is exactly these girls were up for the LUX challenge and performed as advertised, Elima. And
señoras y señores, después de tras asalto nos vamos a las tarjetas de los jueces. Ladies and gentlemen, we have gone the distance. After 3 rounds, we go to the scorecards. All judges scored the fight 30-27 to declare the winner and advancing to the semifinals of tournament Guerreras LUX 125 pounds for unanimous decision to Elizabeth Rodríguez.